guys, welcome back to another vlog. It is April 1st and it is currently 8:10. I am so excited for today, not only because it's April and that means this is the month that baby boy can arrive at any time. It's also my birthday month. Just had to put that in there real quick. April 16th. So that'd be another curious thing of how close his due date will be, or how close he'll come around my birthday. But also a more current exciting thing that I'm excited for is today me and Kate are going to the library to go for story time. We have not gone in so long, and we went back at our old house, and when I looked on the library site and I seen that they had all these events for kids. I don't remember the other library having that unless I looked at the wrong time, but they have all these events. So I signed him up today for story time, and then Saturday they also have like a messy play. So basically it's like a craft and learning experience for little ones. So I signed him up for that too. But the thing is, it starts at 9:30, and I just told you like 8:10 or something like that. In case I'm awake, I'm not finished ready, still need to make breakfast, so I need to hurry up. And also today is an MFM appointment. That means we get to see baby boy on the ultrasound and see how big he weighs. I'm very curious of his size because when we last went at 32 weeks, he was already 5 pounds 5 ounces. So this is what this vlog is going to be about. A morning routine. It's something that we do in a day of our life as a mom and a toddler. I'm all done. I'm all ready to go. I decided to go with the slick back because my hair was nappier than I thought it would be, so I just did something quick. But you guys, look at my new glasses. They need cleaned already. They're pink. I went with these, and they are a switch up and a change of color, which I like, and it gets me ready for the spring. But with that being said, I'm about to go get Kay's diaper bag and clothes picked out. I'm gonna try to let him sleep as long as he can and see if he wakes up on his own. If he doesn't, then I'll have to wake him up here in a bit because it is 8:22. So we're on a little bit of a time crunch. Real quick, I want to show you guys, behind me is a big empty space. Can you guess what that means? That means his bed was there, and that means his bed is moved into our room, which has turned into a toddler bed. We took off, or Deshaun took off, the front part of the crib. Cade jumped in his bed, all excited. Like, he was so excited. He wanted to be in it. He had his book. He was asking Deshaun to read the book to him, and he looked like he was reading the book. I have to put a picture up here because it was so cute. And we're like, okay, this is step one to kind of get him used to his bed. We want to start him off in our room because we know that putting him directly in his room by himself is just not going to be good all around. So we just want to introduce it. So maybe we start with naps, or we try a few times of putting him in his bed during the night. We're going to see just what works best. Starting a little late, but it's partially my fault because I just wasn't ready yet. I was just like, he's not going to always sleep here with us. He's going to be older and this, that, and the other. So why don't we soak it in? But I guess it's time. So I tried that Javvy protein coffee that I had in my last video, and it is good. As you can see, the bag is empty. I ran out, and I'm a little salty, but I made my last cup, and thankfully it is good. I put cinnamon, I put vanilla, brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg in there, and it just tastes like a snickerdoodle. So I highly recommend. You can still use my discount at the link below. What? You want some? That's making your coffee, your hot chocolate. As you can see, Cade is also awake, so we're about to finish up with breakfast, get him dressed quickly, and then we need to be out the door because what time is it? 8:41. Yeah. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be good. You guys, we are at the library and it is 9:18, starts at 9:30, so we made it on time. Can you believe that? Like, Jacqueline McElroy made it on time to something. By herself, in the sense of just me driving. Deshaun's not with us. He helped a little bit, but you know what I mean. But we're about to head in there. You ready, Kay? You got your dinosaur to help you take on the world? I have no idea where to like go for the entrance because it's connected to Glen Oak High School, which is a little weird to me, a little different, but we'll see. It's our closest library. Let's go, Cade. Let's go. Rah, rah, rah. Okay. It's been a few hours since I last picked up the camera, maybe around 6 o'clock, but a lot has happened. We went to Sonic, as you can see. This is like my go-to place right now is Sonic and getting their custom drinks. They're so good. Typically I get a slushie because I love the ice, but I got a Sprite with a dragon fruit syrup and nerds in it. Mwah. I wish I could show you if it's not almost gone, but it looks so pretty. And I love their ice. Sonic has the best ice. If you're pregnant, I'm sure you understand that even more so. But we went ahead and got us a little sweet treat because we went to our MFM appointment and we got good news that the baby's kidney, it was dilated and it was in the abnormal range. Well, now it's below abnormal and it's sitting at a good range where they're not very concerned about it, and I don't have to go see them again until the baby is born. So that was such good news because the last couple of times it has been above and increasing. And now it has went down. So thank the Lord. Praise Jesus. I was like, you know what that calls for? Calls for a little sweet treat. So that's what we got. And I do have some ultrasound pictures. He's measuring 7 pounds, 5 ounces at 36 weeks and 5 days. So if he's in there until like the end, he's going to be pretty big. I'm betting he's going to at least be 8 pounds by the time I have him. 8 pounds. So here are some pictures of his. We got a little bit of a side profile and then nose and lips and then another version of a side profile. I can't wait to add this into a scrapbook. I still need to add some of Cade's stuff, which I plan on trying to do sometime tonight. Obviously going to MFM, there's some concern, but just be able to have that hour-long ultrasound session, to be able to see him, see his movements, see him frequently is something that's exciting. He is a big baby. They showed his stomach and you could literally see his rolls. So I'm really curious of how he's gonna look when he comes out and how chunky he is. And then they showed like spikes where his hair is. So I'm curious if he's gonna have the same amount of hair as Kay did or if it's gonna be a little bit longer. And then we went to a story time at the library. That was at the beginning of the morning, and Cade had a good time. He was playing with the toys, playing with the kids. One of the little things I get worried about is like him sharing and being around different kids because he's not really around kids. Maybe at church, sure, but we just been getting to a good momentum where he's okay with being in church class. He was acting goofy during story time just a little bit, and it looked like he was going to start breakdancing, and he was looking at all the little girls, and then he made this one face at this little boy. He does it to me, so the little boy was caught off guard. He went like up close, and I said, Kate, what are you doing? Are you being goofy? And the little boy gave him like the dirtiest look ever. You know, the part of me as his mom was like, don't be looking at my son like that. And then the other part was like, as a mom and as an adult, it's like, okay, this is just a little boy. So I had to like play it off. Like, you make those goofy faces with me. It's something I definitely want to do again. It was just a good way to kill some time when it's just us and Deshaun's working. But we did get some books, so I want to show you some books. Kay picked out 2 of these books. I picked out one because I found it, but he ended up liking it because I'm going to show you why. This is the one that I found. It's called Dinosaur in Space. So it's a dinosaur book, which he loves dinosaurs. So he was all about it when I showed him. And then he picked out The Very Quiet Cricket. I don't know. I think it was just the bug. He's kind of, you know, he's a boy. infatuated with bugs and like will play with them and put them in his dinosaur's mouths and all those things. So he picked this one out. And then lastly, he's seen this one at the very end. He's like, oh, 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 oh. So I said, okay, we'll get this. And it is Our Blue Planet. So it's an ocean one, which is perfect because we plan on going to the aquarium on vacation. And this will kind of get him ready for it. So those are the 3 books that Kay picked out. I had finished a book called Sunrise on the Reaping, or Sunrise on the Reaping. It's a new Hunger Games book. And the Hunger Games is a series that got me into reading when I was a younger kid. The author came out with a book about Hamish's side. It was good. I have not finished or read a book in like 6 months. And I finished this book in a week. So if I didn't tell you that it ate, it was good. It gave you all the perspective that you needed to the point where you want to rewatch the movies, reread the original trilogy to be able to put in the cues of why Hamish is who Hamish was. Definitely, I recommend 5 stars. I think any book that gets you out of a slump should be automatic 5 stars. With that being said, I wanted to try to get back into my reading era, reading zone, whatever you want to call it. So I picked out a couple books. I've heard such good things about Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Kyra Stewart has talked about it. And I believe like Rachel Catherine and just different book YouTubers. They have swear by this book. They say it's cozy and good. And I just feel like it's like an April read. You know, because April is sunny, but it's mostly rainy and cloudy. Kind of giving cozy time before we hop into that summer with all the romances and stuff. I also found Karen Kingsbury, A Distant Shore. She is a Christian author, and I believe this is a romance. So like a fiction book that is also tied around just with Christianity. That's pretty much a clean book. Something you don't ever have to worry about when reading. But those are our library finds. So for the rest of the day, I want to start reading the book. I want to crochet, and I would like to start on scrapbooking. That sounds like a lot of things to do, while also tidying up. But I think we can accomplish it if we set enough time. I do want to show you guys how far I got with my crochet. It's not far at all, but y'all, this is pretty tight and not too bad for me not picking up a yarn and crochet in like 3 weeks. I want to learn a single crochet and then go into a double crochet because I'm trying to make these summery headbands for vacation for me and my best friend. Let me show you guys the cookies that I made this past weekend. I made strawberry cheesecake cookies. Basically, it's strawberry jam with cream cheese filling in and then a sugar cookie. So this is what it's looking like. And then when you break it open, there's the cream cheese inside. Super yummy. So I'll go with milk. I think for next time I'm going to put more strawberry jam. Here is what my spread is looking like that I worked with. I went ahead and put his ultrasound pictures to use and put them in the scrapbook. That way I know I can't lose them, and this is just a part of the beautiful book that we can look back on and see these memories. I just added these little dinosaurs that I had found at Michael's and then put Kate's name. And then I have an envelope here that says letters, and it has one of his recent pictures on here. This is going to be any letter that I write to him. These are just stickers that we picked up at his doctor visits. Then over here we have Tate's side of the section. Obviously his is going to be growing because we don't know this information yet. I went ahead and got his ultrasound pictures and did the same for him for letters. Scrapbooking is fun to do and relaxing, but the stressful part of it all is the mess. The mess that comes about it, I get just overwhelmed where I'm ready to be done. So I need to create a better flow for that. Well, guys, it is the end of the night. If you cannot tell, by the way, I am dressed and I'm getting my tea for tonight. It is a decaf black tea. We gotta let it sit. It's hot. It's hot. Go. Yeah. That's how we're gonna wind down for the night. Kay just got his bath, so he's all ready to go for bed. We're gonna do a bedtime story. I actually picked the dinosaur one, which no shock for real. And then I'm gonna end my night off with starting one of the new books that I got. Look at my cup, guys. Look, it's strawberries. If you haven't noticed at all between my channel, between my apron that I wear and other things, I love strawberries and I love bees. So those are my two spring-like summer things, and I even love them in the winter. This rest of this week should be fairly the same routine wise. Tomorrow is a full off day, so it'll be just me and Kay while Deshawn's working. Let me know if there's any video ideas that you want me to do as a mom, as a wife, somebody who likes to do hobbies, as a girl, whatever. Let me know. I do want to add how it was super fun being able to put together Kate and Tate's scrapbook pages. I also want to keep a junk box for them. I had 2 boxes that I was gifted as a little girl from my grandparents, and I kept like all my memory things and like tickets in there, notes, like it was just my junk box. And I think I want to make one of those theirs, so they can have theirs too. So it might be a card they might get for somebody, and just stickers that they get or things that they color, because a lot of times those might get tossed, but then those can really be kept for keepsakes, because they're never going to be that small again to where you're going to get that same specific piece from that moment in time, if that makes sense. Loving this time. So excited. Bump is growing. Like, this is 36 weeks right here. 36, almost 37 weeks. Okay, where's baby? Point. Good job.